If you've seen the trailers for Abigail, then you go into this film knowing the twist, knowing the reveal. Is this a film best going into blind? Let us find out in my review. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and to my review for Abigail, 18 rated horror movie with elements of black comedy sprinkled throughout. The film comes at us directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. It's written by Stephen Shields and Guy Busick and runs for 1 hour and 49 minutes. Like I said, this film is rated 18 here in the UK. Very unusual to get a film rated 18 these days. They usually go for a lower audience to make more money. But here we are with a full-on violent bloodfest. The film is about this group of half a dozen individuals that kidnap this young girl, this ballerina girl, who's the daughter of a high-ranking or the head of some underground mafia kind of illegal goings on. They take this young girl to this remote location, this little mansion, only for the tables to be turned, only for them to get locked in with her. Yes. Now I don't really want to say too much. I will go into the story elements of this film. Like I said, if you've seen the trailer for this film, you know everything. So spoiler alert. The young girl is a vampire. She's a vampire, a 200-year-old vampire, and they're trapped in this house with her. Yeah, there we go. The film stars Melissa Barrera as Joey, Dan Stevens as Frank, Alicia Weir as young Abigail, Catherine Newton as a character called Sammy, and Giancarlo Esposito as Lambert, as well as a few other character actors that you may well recognise. Now the film starts off with the kidnapping taking place, and they head to this remote building, this remote house, where they're met by the character of Lambert, who says to them, all you got to do is stay here for 24 hours with the young girl, babysit her basically. She's in a room tied up, only one person to go in and see her, and in 24 hours we'll have the ransom money and you can take your share, 7 million each, and go your separate ways. Everyone's given fake names, so to speak, so they don't know who each other is. They're all these different parts of this team that have been brought together. They don't know each other, but they have different kind of talents that they bring to the team. One being a driver, one being the muscle, one being the leader, etc, etc. Now it falls on the character of Joey, played by Melissa Barrera, to be the one, because she's got some medical expertise, to go in and see the young girl. She's the only one who's allowed to go in and see her, but she's also quite good at reading other individuals. This is where we get a bit of background on some of the other characters and who they really are, and some of their background. As the story progresses, we do find out more and more about the individuals and what they've really done. When they learn what's going on after a few gruesome deaths, they think that they're in there with the young girl's father's hitman, that they've got into the place, but only the place is locked down, no one can get in. It's the young girl who's getting out of her cuffs and in very vampiric form going around killing them, and they have to survive against her. Now this is a great film. This is a solid movie, right? I had fun from beginning to end. It's 1 hour and 49 minutes long. Admittedly, towards the middle, it starts to slow down a bit, to the point that I was thinking, okay, this film could potentially have been trimmed a bit shorter. It's a bit long for what it is. But then the story kind of takes turns that you don't expect it to, with characters taking turns you don't expect them to, and this sort of thing, and it alleviates the problem of its runtime and gives you a film that is gory, that is has got some interesting characters that play off of each other really well. Yeah, it's directed very well. It looks great. The setting, the house, it in itself is a great character dynamic for the film. I mean, it's the house is so vibrant in its architecture internally, and the rooms and this sort of a thing, that it becomes a character of itself within the film. Seriously, other than, like I said, a bit of a dip in the middle, I haven't got a bad word to say about this film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a wonderful time. The only problem I had is I went into this film knowing exactly what was going on. It's very much like, if you can imagine going into From Dusk Till Dawn without knowing that there's a vampiric switch halfway through the film. It does that kind of a thing, only it gave it away in the marketing, in the trailer, which is extremely unfortunate for the film and for the viewer. My wife sat with me, she watched it, she went in completely blind, she had no idea, she hadn't seen the trailers. And yeah, she enjoyed it. Even my old man sat there and watched it, and I said to him, "You're not going to like this film because it's vampires." I didn't say that to him. He said to me, "Why am I not going to like it?" So I said to him, "Well, I'm not going to tell you because the wife sat here, and if I tell you why you're not going to like it, then she's going to know the reveal and the twist. So I'm not telling you." And he came away, said, "You know, that wasn't bad." Yeah, it was enjoyable, and yeah, a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, highly recommended. Certainly one for the collection.